Jason George, wildlife adventurer. In this episode, we learn about the Canadian cats. Since moving up here to Wasaga Beach, I've heard stories about mountain lions, or cougars as some call them, roaming around in the Pretty River area. It was the day before Mother's Day and I received a text message that there was a potential cougar kill in a tree. This piqued my interest and I knew I had to go and check it out. I've had a lot of luck with cats. I've seen them in many different countries on many different occasions. Actually, in 2022, I witnessed my first Canadian cat in Thunder Bay. And I hope that one day I get to actually see this mysterious Canadian cat in Pretty River. If you have any information that you'd like to share with me about an experience that you've had, please feel free to share so that I can hopefully capture some footage. I've been doing some research about them and I've seen some little ones. I got to hang out with them and interact with them at a wildlife park. But my goal is to one day see them in the wild. So I'm excited about all of these tips that I'm getting, and hopefully I can bring you some footage of a Canadian cat.
Ever since I was a little kid, I had a fascination for cheetahs. And I got to track cheetahs recently in 2023. And it was an amazing experience as I got to walk in on 3 of them. I've even seen a cheetah chase. That was really cool. But getting to see a lion at nighttime is terrifying because 1 second the light's on it and then it's gone. A lot of people, when they think of lions, though, they think of lions in Africa. But this lion, these ones are in India. Just like if you think about the Jungle Book. Currently, I think that my favorite cat has to be a leopard. I saw 9 of them on my trip to India. I've seen about 13 of them roaming the wild through Africa and India. They're so amazing to see. Have you ever seen any of these cats that I'm talking about? And I'm hoping that this experience with all of these cats helped me to find them in Canada. I've been lucky enough to even see a couple baby leopards. And one of the animals that not many people get to see in the wild from Canada would be the tiger. And what makes this experience awesome is that I am the one who actually spotted the tiger. Yep, I got to spot my first and only tiger to this point in 2025. We spent 4 hours with her. The most unique and maybe special moment, other than the snow leopard's mating, is probably this experience where it's a mom snow leopard with 2 cubs, 8-month-old. Wow. Well, I hope that you're enjoying this video so far and you check out some of the books and other things I do, like have a hot sauce and a wildlife club. But let's talk about the cougar or the mountain lion. I was driving in Thunder Bay and I happened to see this thing crossing the road and I can remember its tail. And by the time I was able to get close enough and figure out what was going on, this animal had fully now crossed the road and then had jumped this fence. I wish I had pictures or videos of this cat crossing the road, but it's still pretty amazing to me that I have pictures of and video of this experience. To have spent about 5 days looking for a cougar and to have found it, that's pretty amazing. I just wish I had reacted when I saw it crossing the road. On March 15th, I decided to head up to Algonquin Park because I had heard about a lynx with cubs and I was hoping to see it. And as I was driving around and looking for it in spots that I thought it could be, I actually happened to spot the tracks. And if you look closely in the snow, you can see the family of lynx walking in the snow. Yes, I wish that I would have actually have seen the lynx that made the tracks, but to have spotted this on my own was so amazing and such a cool experience. And now this has got my mind going about trying to find cats again in Canada. I've had a lot of luck internationally looking for cats, so I really want to see one in Canada. And then one day while I was sitting at home, I got this message that got me all excited, and I thought he wanted my help, but unfortunately he just wanted to tell me about it. And this got me excited, so I started doing research, and I found this picture from back in the day of a tiger in a car. That's crazy. And then while this is going on, I get this message about a carcass that might be in a tree from a cougar, and there's been possible sightings around this area. So I do what any sane person would do, and I jump in my car. It's middle of the night. I forgot to take videos, but I had the wrong location, so I didn't get to see the carcass at night. But I went back the next morning, and I checked out the cemetery where this cougar might have been hanging out, and I could sense that it could have been here, and it would have just been chilling, relaxing, and lazing around. And then it would have stood up and sort of walked through the cemetery, checking out, looking for any rabbits or mice to eat, maybe looking for a deer in the distance. And then it sees the big, thick bush on the other side of the road, and it would have jumped in there. I can totally see and sense this. And so if you know where this cemetery is, this cemetery potentially has had a cougar in it, if you believe in the cougars. And then that cougar was sighted crossing the road and heading into the bush. Have you ever seen a cougar or a mountain lion roaming around the Pretty River area? If you have, I would love if you left a comment or private messaged me so that I could learn a little bit more and hopefully be able to encounter and get video and picture proof of these species roaming around. It would also be one of the last of the big 7 cats that I haven't seen. Now that we've checked out the cemetery, I go and I check this kill site that I've been told about. And I am excited to check this out because there have been multiple cougar sightings in this area. And as I'm getting closer, I can just feel the excitement growing and growing. I'm checking, looking not only for this carcass, but also a real life mountain lion or cougar just roaming around this area. It would be amazing to have spotted it on this trip. And I'm getting closer and closer, and you can see the roads are starting to change. And I know that I'm about to get to the road where the carcass is. And as I turn onto that road and I start driving down that road, I actually can notice the carcass from a bit of a distance. And what I'm seeing proves what I think I saw in the original photo that I was sent. And I am still excited to have seen this, and I want to investigate it just to make sure that I'm 100% correct at what I think. So I get out of my car and I'm looking for some footprints on the ground or claw marks where the cougar would have climbed the tree. And I'm also checking the carcass out to see if there's any bones or anything in it. And I don't see any tracks or anything. So this confirms to me what I thought. What is it that you think caused this deer carcass to get in the tree? What are your thoughts? Leave them below. You share yours, I'll share my thoughts.
Do I think that this was a cougar kill? Honestly, no, I don't. The moment I pulled onto that dirt road and I could see it hanging in the tree, I knew that it wasn't. I was skeptical even looking at the picture, but I had to go and investigate because there were multiple potential sightings in that area. So not only maybe I could see this kill, but I might get to see the actual cat that I was looking for.
I hope that you've enjoyed this experience of tracking Canadian cats with me. I hope that you like, share, subscribe, and until next time, please keep enjoying the wildlife.